In the headlines, gunmen abduct Bayelsa SSG's mother. Over 90 abducted students of FGC Yauri still in captivity. Plane crash lands in Somalia with over 40 passengers on board. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Updates. I am Darshan Hussaina Usman. For more news and current happenings, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Gunmen suspected to be kidnappers have abducted Betinah Benson, mother of Secretary to Bayelsa State Government, Konbowei Friday. Daily Trust reports that she was kidnapped by gunmen in military uniform at about 10 p.m. on Tuesday at her residence in Old Legislative Quarters in Yenagoa, the state capital. It has not been ascertained if the abductors have established contact with the family as of the time of filing this report. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya says his regime will promote merits, excellence and achievements in the Nigerian Army. He said this during a Salah luncheon with troops of Operation Hatin Kai and recuperating troops of 7th Division Hospital.
Broad competence, diligence and dedicated service. And as I will reward excellence and achievement, I will not hesitate to punish indiscipline, indolence, negligence, and all untoward acts. At this point, that the welfare of my officers and soldiers and their families will continue to receive adequate attention under my watch.
Governor of Borno State, Umar Zulum, while commending frontline troops, said his administration will support the army in discharge of its constitutional roles.
The government will not relent in its effort of providing support to the Nigerian army. The fundamental issue that we need to promote in order to hasten the defeat of the insurgency is to ensure that the gap between the civilian population and the military hierarchy is being reduced.
Member representing Ngaski Shanga Yauri Federal Constituency of Kebbi State in the House of Representatives, Tanko Sununu, on Tuesday, said over 90 students abducted from Federal Government College Yauri are still in captivity. He called on federal and state governments to intensify efforts to ensure safe release of the students held by bandits. Earlier, Tanko Sununu spoke to Daily Trust correspondent via phone call.
The object is that the government is doing its own best to see how they can get the students released. But the detail of negotiation or whatever is done is what I cannot really distinguish. But even some few days ago, I was a state governor, and he assured me they are doing a lot. I think it's not up to a week now when we had discussion that the state is doing a lot to see how they can. And as it is now, the little difficulty much is that the bandits are not where the possible location may not be within Kebbi State. Because immediately after abduction, they move towards part of Niger State en route to Zamfara. Yes, so but the negotiation is ongoing. And then I'm also sure that even the governor had a meeting with parents sometimes. Some few weeks ago, I have also assured them that something is being done. I think, but there's also need to call on the government to put more effort so that they can assure the parent and then get released. That is very important because it will also restore the confidence in formal school system. Because as we are now, most parents are becoming jittery in allowing their parents to join these schools, boarding schools. and then the continuous attack on the educational institutions means that the to make Western education forbidden is indirectly getting much more stronger. So I think it's time that government should adopt a better ways of trying to address issues, so that already not lagging behind. And if this continues, then the further educational career of most of our youth will be in serious jeopardy and will continue to lag behind. And I also want to tell you that even the Committee on Basic Education, of which I'm a member, we have also summoned the Permanent Secretary from Ministry of Education, I think about a week ago, on whatever they are putting, and also try to assure us on the effort by federal government to secure state, not schools, not only in Chile State, but all other states where they have mentioned a lot of measures they are planning to take to ensure this, and we have insisted as members representing people that effort should not be theoretical, should be practicalized in the shortest possible time.
136 inmates in Kano have been granted pardon as part of activities marking Eid al-Kabir celebrations. Trust TV's correspondent Idris Jibrin reports that Governor Abdullahi Ganduje exercises his prerogative of mercy with a call on the inmates to desist from any criminal activity that may likely take them back to prison.
To celebrate this year's Eid al-Kabir, Governor Ganduje visited various correctional centers to approve the release of 136 inmates. Addressing the freed inmates, the governor says although most of them were released due to health-related problems, but urged them to remain peaceful and stay away from criminal activities.
And secondly, we are here in order to see those who have changed for better, positive change, sustainable change. We are here to pardon them, as provided by law. So we have pardoned 136 inmates.
The pardoning exercise is in compliance with President Muhammadu Buhari's directives to decongest correctional centers across the country owing to the threat of COVID-19 pandemic. Controller of Kano Correctional Centers, Suleiman T. Suleiman, commended the governor for being humane while relating with inmates of such centers in the state. Suleiman appreciated Governor Ganduje's intervention to make Salah celebration most joyful among the inmates when he provides the correctional centers with cattle and rams for the inmates.
Your Excellency, sir, we shall remain faithful. We shall remain loyal, we shall remain committed in the maintaining of security as far as the four corner walls of all the custodial centers in Kano State are concerned, inshallah.
Meanwhile, each of the inmates was given the sum of 5,000 naira to use as transport money back to their various destinations. Idris Jibrin, Trust TV News, Kano.
National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested two women, Chioma Afam, 36, and Peace Chidinma Caleb, 22, for allegedly trying to smuggle 296,000 tablets of diazepam and Exol 5 from Onitsha, Anambra State to Gombe State. Spokesman of the agency, Femi Babafemi, in a statement on Wednesday, said Afam used multiple identities and wore hijabs to evade security. Babafemi said the ladies were arrested in Benue State. Chairman of NDLEA, retired Brigadier General Buba Marwa, commended operatives of Benue and Ondo State Command for their efforts. Nigeria has announced additional 206 new COVID-19 cases in the country as total infections from the virus rise to 169,888 as of July 20th, 2021. Nigeria Center for Disease Control made this known on its official website handle Wednesday morning. The agency said 23 people who recovered from the disease have been discharged from the isolation centers across the country. Coming up after the break, Emir tasked residents on security amid Eid al-Kabir celebrations in Kefi. Stay tuned for more. Get latest updates on current topical issues and breaking news by downloading the Trust TV mobile app on your Android devices. Go online, click Google Play Store, search Trust TV, install the app, and get doses of unfiltered information on happenings all over the world in your pocket. Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
My name is Samuel Dada.
Yakubu Isa, ana mana kabi da jeje.
Aminu Musa.
A wannan harkar ce muke dan samun abinci, an muke taimaka mu wasu da yawa.
Looking for private jobs. Sometimes you get employed and the process of payment, you undergo some kind of stress.
Resilient nature of Nigerian entrepreneurs who continue to thrive irrespective.
I'll carve it out, then I'll now, if I carve it out, then I'll now paste it.
We really hope you found it interesting. We'll be back next week with another mind-blowing package. I'm Betinah.
Welcome back. Here's a recap of our top stories. Gunmen suspected to be kidnappers have abducted Betinah Benson, mother of the secretary to Bayelsa state government. Member representing Ngaski Shanga Yori Federal Constituency of Kebbi State said over 90 students abducted from the FGC Yori are still in captivity. And to more news, President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed his deep attachment to the National Youth Service Corps, saying it broadens the horizon of citizens, opens opportunities, and enhances understanding of cultural differences. Speaking at his country home to Corps members serving in Daura, who visited him for Eid al-Kabir, the president said he has consistently commended former head of state Yakubu Gowon for the initiative, which has created more opportunity to unite the country.
Makes NYSC a spectacular general governance performance, and when I saw him about 3 months ago, I repeated it to him, because the most important thing is for people say who are in Port Harcourt, in Lagos, in Calabar, to come here to see how Nigeria is a neighbor to the Sahara Desert and enjoy the weather. This gives us not only the cultural differences, but also the geographical and physical differences. And this is what makes Nigeria. This is why I feel very strongly about NYSC, and I always wish you the best of luck.
President Muhammadu Buhari says that the vision of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of the poverty cycle within 10 years can be done. This, he said, can be achieved with more synergy between government and the people, diligence in diversifying the economy, and agriculture as the backbone. Buhari said this while inaugurating the first National Agricultural Land Development Authority integrated farm estate in Daura, Katsina State.
By all the hard-working youth, we can do it, and we will do it. no excuse will be good enough to remain a mono economy with all the challenges in oil production and fluctuating global prices when we have vast opportunities in crop and livestock production.
Kefi residents have been advised to report any suspicious persons or movement to relevant security agencies to help maintain peace and order, which the state has enjoyed over time. Emir Dr. Shehu Chindoya Musa III gave his directive in his Eid al-Kabir message in Kefi, Nasarawa State. Trust TV's Mardia Umar tells us more.
Kefi residents may not easily forget this year's Eid al-Kabir celebration, as many sons and daughters of the ancient city in new dresses trooped out to Kefi Stadium for the 2 rakat prayer. After the Eid prayer, some residents made their way to the Emir's palace to pay homage and to celebrate the festival. Some engaged in horse riding, while some engaged in other festivities. The Sadao King Kefi, Usman Abubakar, speak about the Eid al-Kabir celebration and also gave advice to Muslim faithful and Nigerians in general.
We, the Muslims, are so happy today because we witness this Eid al-Kabir. So this is the Salah festival that we are doing the sacrifice as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is initiating for us. We are doing this celebration because we have to show our Allah appreciation. He is making us to witness this big day and very. It's not everybody has to witness this thing. We are advising Muslim Ummah to be united, and we are advising Muslim Ummah to follow the leaders. We are advising Muslim Ummah to follow the rule of law, because when we follow the rule of law, we'll get anything we want.
For the people of Kefi, Salah celebration is an important feast, and the celebration will continue for days, with activities lined up for each day. Martia Omar, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Paramount ruler of Chikun local government area of Kaduna State, Sagbagi Danjuma Barde, a first-class traditional ruler, is dead. The monarch died in the early hours of Wednesday. Barde died at the Nigerian Army Referral Hospital, Kaduna. Governor Nasir El-Rufai and Senator Obasani arrived at his residence in Romi to condole with the family. The late traditional ruler was promoted to a first-class chief in 2018 after Nasir El-Rufai, governor of Kaduna State, changed the name of his chiefdom from Gbagi to Chikun. No date has been fixed for his burial. Away from Nigeria, a plane crash carrying more than 40 passengers crash-landed into a military base in Gedo region, southern Somalia, early Wednesday, local officials confirmed. Officials say the passengers were evacuated safely after a skyward flight from Nairobi crash-landed at Burahachi military camp, Elwak, Gedo region in Somalia, which is about 15 kilometers from the Somali-Kenya border. According to a local official, no one was hurt. At least 28 people were killed and 66 others wounded in a bomb explosion at a crowded market in eastern Baghdad on Monday, according to Iraqi Interior Minister. The huge explosion ripped through the popular market in Sadr City, a suburb district of Baghdad, destroying several nearby shops and stalls, damaging surrounding buildings on the eve of Eid al-Adha festival. Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi held an emergency meeting with security and intelligence commanders to discuss the deadly attack, his media office said in a statement. Finally, in sports, an unidentified Nigerian man caused chaos inside a train carrying the Super Falcons to training in Vienna, Austria. The man criticized the players for representing the country, claiming that the government do not value the lives of citizens. Players and officials also traded arguments with the unknown man, and the NFF has since vowed to put in resources to unmask the fellow. Enjoy this kicker of the Alafin of Oyo and his Oloris majestically dancing to the Eid ground. That wraps up the news update. Don't forget to follow us across our social media platforms. I am Dashan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.